Hi guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play Monster Hunter Portable 3rd series. And this is a post commentary because the first ones were not very great. So I might have to remove the music in coming videos because it seems to be causing a bit of problem with Capcom. I hope they do not decide to remove my videos. There are a lot of complaints against Capcom in various ways, but I'm not complaining at all. I think that they are doing rather well with Monster Hunter. Oh, and yeah, I signed the YouTube partnership as I was talking about in the last episode. I'm hoping that maybe in the future I could upgrade my recording equipment because it's not very good right now. Okay, so I'm doing the farm. Let's get back to the video. And now it seems we have a bit of more time before the video actually starts. I do not really remember what we were doing. It is... I think we need to kill 3 Balfangos. So it's actually not anything interesting this time, except that we will do the Gargwa eggs quest and the Ripned mushrooms. Yeah, I think that's about it, and we will reach HR2 finally. My English is getting a bit better, and hopefully I will be speaking a lot better soon. I really don't like those let's play videos and other videos, tutorials, which the name is in English, suggesting that the video is in English. You go through that the commercial in the beginning, and then it's in another language which you do not understand. That's why I am trying my best to do this in English. I'm pretty much self-learned. Okay, so I am sending some stuff back to Yukimo because I forgot to leave them in the box. I think I can raise the volume a bit on the... Oh, sorry about that, the video. Okay, so I think I'm getting a Gargwa egg here. I showed that earlier, and they are well worth getting when they are in the first area, because we will need those Yakimo points pretty soon. The first time I went through the low rank quests in this game, I did not collect much Yakimo points, and I regretted that a lot. In Monster Hunter Freedom Unite I played a lot with a friend in the... I still do, but when we started playing, we started pretty much at the same time, and we went through those treasure hunting quests. I kind of miss those. I thought those were fun. We went through a lot of those and I didn't really... I just had like 25,000 points after that, and there was no problem upgrading the farm. You can see the katana have a kind of a slash where you can jump either to the sides or backwards. It's a great way to avoid Balfango's charges. You only need to kill 3 of those. Let's see what we are doing this time. Honey is pretty much needed. I don't know what the English word is for a must-have. Mandatory. Thank you, Futurama, which I saw yesterday. Have you seen that episode where they are like filling in Nibbler's form for pet ownership, and they fill in the wrong one and fill in a mandatory fishing trip. I love Futurama. Futurama. I am not that great in English, but I do understand what they are saying. So I am gathering a little bit too little Yagi heights and stuff like that. I should really gather more because even though it's not a great Yagi, it is needed for parts in the beginning, even though they are normal, and there I wasted a potion by mistake. You got to be fast with the carving, because they disappear very fast. I think this one disappear. Yep. So if there is something you really want to carve, you might want to just go and carve it and then continue to fight. Especially shinies, when the boss drops a shiny, it will disappear after a while. Okay, so there we got some meshlight ore, which is needed for the iron katana that we already have. What the... Seriously, is that the iron katana? I am lost right now. I did not watch the beginning of this video, I got to be honest. It was just a farm, but it looks like I have put on some sort... It looks like the iron katana. Didn't I record that part? Oh well. It's a katana. A long sword. We will see. There should be one more Balfango to kill, and I think it's actually down at 2, area 2. So for me, I'm not sure it's like this every time. For me, on this map there was one Balfango in area 5. I think it was area 5. And one at this area, number 9, and the last one is at number 2, which took me a little while to find, because normally it just crawls with Balfangos. They're everywhere and they are so annoying. This is where you fish, not exactly there. It's there you go. I'm not sure that you can fish goldfish here, but I am sure you can fish goldfish at number 6. And I wasted another potion. When you're using goldfish bait, you have to push square instead of circle. Circle is normal bait, and square is if it's special. If it's a frog, yeah, then it's square. I am not sure if there are any plesiots in this game. I don't think there are. But you can fish that monster up with a frog. If you wonder what the frog is for. I think that I think it's called Gorble. I think that's the spikefish monster's name in Ultimate. I think that can also be fished up with frog, but I am not sure. So I should be going to number 2 now, because that's the only area that I have not checked. I think that Monster Hunter Portable 3rd should do great if it was actually officially translated. It deserves some. I haven't really found a good guide in English there, just not all, there probably are some that I have missed. Since it's a bit complicated to play in English for the rest of the world, then it doesn't get as much attention as it should. Also, for some reason it crashed with Kurupeko, so I cannot show you that boss. It's a duck with large teeth. Very annoying boss. I do not like the red cat anymore. Q is so lazy. He does rarely gather anything. That's pretty much what the cats are good for, except being like target for the boss. Large monster, not boss really. So look how little that bastard gathered. So I wonder what weapon I actually have. It cannot have been the Yukimo katana. I think I actually made this when I was not really paying attention in the beginning. There we go. We can do the urgent quest, which should be rather simple. Yeah, it's an Arzuros. It's a bear. And I want to capture it, and I think that we actually do that. After that, I think it's just doing the quests with the Ripned mushrooms and the Gargwa eggs really fast. Except that on the Gargwa eggs there is a Baldrum, and I have to kill that Baldrum too, because it messes around. You can increase attack on weapons. It costs armor spheres. I do not really have a need for them right now. So I think that I am increasing attack. Yeah. So let's go and take up bath as well, I think. And I want to make some tranquilizer bombs. Oh, by the way, I haven't been playing much Ultimate, not as much as I would want to, but since all Monster Hunters are pretty much the same, I might as well talk a little about that as well. Duramboros really kicked my ass. It took 40 minutes for him to kill me, because I had such a bad weapon that this son of a monster mama just wouldn't die. It's where you are supposed to save another shakalaka. I think it's HR6. Don't remember. Do not have the 3DS here right now, so I cannot just flip it open and check. Garbage again. Oh. If you don't get those Boko combos, you will have a rather hard time combining items. Especially if you're like a bow gunner, or use a bow and need to combine ammo coating or ammo, which you will need on larger bosses. So yeah, taking a bath is something that you really want to do between large monsters on a gathering quest. Since at the point where we are at now, we do not get any stamina boosts, so it's not very needed for gathering stuff. I do not think that I will need to show the drink and hot spring quests. That's maybe if it's some monster I haven't shown before, I can show that. I do not think that most people would want to see gathering missions unless it's something that's hard to do. I've already showed where to get special bamboo, so if you are looking for special bamboo, it's in area 3. Then it's the Gargwa eggs and the Ripned mushrooms, which I show in the end of this video. In my last video I added a map over this area. I might add it at the end of this video too. It shows not all nodes, but many gathering nodes, which could be a bit helpful. It's not really hard to find them anyway, but maybe it helps someone. And there's the Arzuros. It's a very easy... Is it really a monster or is it just a large animal? It looks like it has turtle legs. And what kind of tail is it? Does it have spikes for tail? A bear turtle. I am not sure. Thing. There are many bear-like animals in this game. It's the Lagombe as well, which is like a bear rabbit from hell. And then it's another one, which I cannot remember. It's like a belt and a bear. Oh, here that's a special attack. Actually managed to get me. So if you had a dung bomb, you could use that here to throw some crap in its mouth, and it will not want to fight anymore. I wouldn't either. It's not really anything special about this part of the video. It's maybe I should cut it. I mean, like half or before the other two portions. I think some people want to know how to get eggs and mushrooms. I've already showed it in previous videos, but if you search for it, it might be helpful to see this. Yeah, the katana have like a spirit gorge, which you put the last attack in the combination which you do with your right button. If you hit something with it, it can be another monster, and just to hit something that isn't friendly, you will increase the damage. I am white right now, I missed that. The next step will be yellow, and then it's red. Okay, so he is limping, and I am going to capture it this time, which I failed to win last time. In this game there are no capture quests that I have found so far, but in Ultimate there is a lot of capturing quests. Two tranquilizer bombs should do it. There you go. You do not have to kill an animal to complete the mission. Some monsters are actually easier to just capture, and you get better rewards. I think I said wrong in the last video and said like extra carves. It's not extra carves unless they carve the poor bastard up. After you have captured it, I have no idea what they do with them. Maybe they go to the arena, or they get just like killed anyway. If you sit down like I did there when gathering, you gather faster, because you don't have to go through the animation of standing up. On larger things like Genran, where you have a lot of carves and very little time to carve, then sitting down can help you. Thankfully, on that boss, the carves are actually close to each other. The either is in the upper body and the other is in the head. Okay, so let's see what we are doing next. I'm upgrading the farm. Now our points come in handy. Field row and the mushroom row. Oh. Having something to drink. So yeah, I'm using this channel because I've been using this for a long while now, and I'm sure these videos will not be interesting for everyone, and I am sorry about that. I'm just doing random stuff in my channel. When I started this channel, it was just to show stuff for friends, and I was quite surprised when I had like 26 subscribers without actually doing anything, and I am very thankful to you. If you're a subscriber, I really love you, and if you're not, I love you anyway. I haven't really released much, it's just a few videos a year, but I hope to do more with this series, and I want to do a lot of other stuff as well, but there just isn't time. And I think I fail again here. Oh. Once you're going to record it, then you fail. I wonder if it gets easier with the higher ranked cats, because I didn't use that very much and my cat was rather high level last time. I think it was like 12 or something when I started using the Mega Barbecue last time. You can put your cats on training as well. I should probably do that. But they will level up anyway when following on missions. Later on you can send them on their own missions for Yakimo points, and that will help a lot if they are well geared and do well on the missions. If they fail, it doesn't bring much back. So I'm going to combine some stuff, and I decided that I bring the Buko combos. Normally I bring 3 Buko combos, because I need to bring so much other stuff, and ideally I would bring all 5 Buko combos, but you will probably not have space for that in your inventory. I know I've been talking a bit about the 3DS for Nintendo. I am not actually like that into it, and I feel the same way about the Vita. I only want to play Monster Hunter. But I am a Nintendo fan. I still got a Nintendo 8-bit. It's not the same one that I got when I was around 8 years old. Funny. 8 years old and 8-bit, but I do have one that I bought probably 10 years ago now, maybe 10 years. I don't play it much, it's the... Okay, I can see that I am browsing through, can't really choose which one to do. I think it was Ripned Mushrooms. I was talking about Nintendo 8-bit. I really love that console. I still play Super Mario Bros. 1 and Bubble Bubble. Unfortunately, I lost my Kid Icarus somehow, and yeah, that was a game that I liked. Didn't get bugs. if you got time, you should really just take your time and just gather as much as you can on every quest. I'm not doing that here because even though the videos get up to like 1 hour mark, and there still is quite a bit of more time to finish the videos after that. Like right now when I am doing post commentary, I am watching it again, and I might have to cut some stuff in as well. It is very fun though. Okay, there we go. A few Ripned mushrooms. The katana should take care of those pretty fast. You can see I'm not running straight forward. It's a bit annoying. It's the PSP's gamepad again. I am thinking of just removing it, but then I cannot correct it if it gets wrong. It might have come out wrong in the last video that I am playing through the computer. I am in a way, but it's still being run on the PSP and streamed to my computer. And then remote joy light controls the movement. I'm going to wait for those. You see those ants over there? That's the one we are looking for. Once we want as many as possible to gather those mushrooms, and be careful so the cats do not attack them. Oh, sometimes it helps to sit down and the cats will start sneaking, except that a-hole over there, which is like provoking that ant a lot. If you're new to Monster Hunter, I could suggest using the long sword. It's very easy to learn. You're pretty mobile with it, you can jump a lot, and it's easy to hit with it. It got long range and it does very much damage. It's almost overpowered. It's a lot easier than, as an example, the Great Sword, which is... whoa! I'm not going to kill that bear. I do not have time for that. I want the Ripned mushrooms, and those ants are going for the honey, so I am going to leave this area. Birdie. This area 7, no, area 9. If you have killed all your little bugs, then area 9 is where you can like farm one poor ant, which will come if you exit the area and go in again, so you can finish the quest, but it is much harder. Okay, that is probably number 5, and we are done with this one. It's very easy when you know how to do. You do not have to go through the crap that I went through. I turned this in, I think it was like 30 seconds left, or it was under a minute when I finally turned it in, because it took so long until when I figured it out, it was too late. I only had that one bug, so I had to sit and farm that at area 9, as I said, I sat there and just wait for that bug, and half the time it went for honey, then I just left the area and went in again. But if you just have some patience and wait for them to go to the mushrooms, they will. And you will be done with this quest very fast. The other one is the Gargwa eggs. That's also one of those that's a bit tricky if you do not know how to do it. I've already showed how to get the eggs, but I'm doing it again because we are doing that quest. I want to do that quest. I might, as I said earlier, cut before this and that quest, or cut them both out so that they become easier to find on YouTube for people that need help with them. I must have gotten the 2 worst cats in the game. I think I might have requested new cats. No, that was probably on the character that we overwrote. Oops, I have something to drink. Okay. Again, you can see that when you use dung you get a far larger result than not. You can also do worms, but later on you will use worms for what's it called, like the mega fishing, I don't know, it's the cats help you fish. And you can use baits, and I usually use worm, mega fishing fly and god bug. Those 3 I use every time, and 80% of the time I get a perfect. It also gives a lot of scatterfish, and scatterfish is used to make large barrel bomb plus. And they're very expensive to buy and hard to fish up, so stack up on scatterfish until you get to the boss. The monsters, I keep calling them bosses, in a way it's a boss. So that when you need to bomb, then you got the large barrel bomb plus, like on Nibble Snarf. I think it's called Nibble Snarf. It was a while since I do that. It might be called Hepperbocka as well. When you get to that one the first time, you might have problems if you do not have a strong enough weapon. What I did here was that I removed my cats so that I can do the Gargwa eggs without them, because they will make it a lot harder, almost impossible, and you will just be annoyed at them. It's hell if you bring the cats. So there is a Baldrom at this level, and we are going to kill that Baldrom because we cannot get past it with the eggs. We do not really need anything from the Baldrom, but you will see it. You will get to see it a bit earlier. We will get to kill that as well in the future. Baldrum is pretty hard to capture. Okay, let's get an egg here. There we go, the first egg. You want to move away from the bird, because if you're still behind it, it will attack you and you will drop the egg if you have picked it up. So you want to wait until it's a bit further away, and then it should be safe. Now the second time, which I missed the last time, was that there are actually some birds at number 4, which would save you some time to get those instead, but I'm moving all the way up to 7. I think I'm going to show how effective the poison smoke bomb is in this game. I tried it in Unite because people said it was good. It was not very good, but here it is great, and you can take a swarm out with one bomb if you're a bit lucky. You will need monster fluid and stuff for armor, so when you get there, just bring... I think you can bring like 10 poison smoke bombs, the materials for 10 more. Okay, there is the most annoying boss in the game, probably. At least he's a competitor for the title. Instantly charges, and it's rather hard to not get hit by it. I said once that there's no point for me right now to try and carry an egg past that one. At higher rank, the Baldrum has a special kind of attack when it's enraged. It keeps running and running. Actually, sword and shield is pretty good against the Baldrum, because you can jump a lot. He moves around a lot, so you can jump after him. You can see that it doesn't give you much time to recover. You want to hit him in the side to trigger him over. I think that I had there was something there that disturbed me a bit. Okay, now you can see that the spirit gorge up to the left is yellow. Golden yellow. Next step is red. The Baldrum does not have much health, it dies rather quickly, and it's not that hard, but you will most of the time get them when you are on another boss. And then they are hell. That's what happens when you try to do your spirit combo and do not have enough spirit gorge. You just stand still. You can continue the attack a little bit, I think, by going over to normal strikes. Okay, so now when that is out of the way, I think I get a Bullfango head here. Wasn't it here that I got a head? Yeah, there. Oh, I think we can make a hammer with that head. It's like his head stuck on a pole. It's rather bizarre. And I'm going up to 7 to start gathering more eggs. Sneaking probably helps here, but I can't sneak with my controller, so I have to just crawl. And that's the attack you have to watch out for. It does not do any damage, or hardly any damage, but it trips you over and you drop the egg. And there you can see that there are some birds here which you could get instead of the one I am getting. Because the next time there will be Balfangos here and they are a bit annoying. And you will save some time. What are we at now? 46 minutes. Almost 47. I think this video is 52 minutes long. Oh. Okay. If you like, you could let me know if you want the videos to be this long or if I should start cutting them shorter. Personally, I prefer long videos, but that is me. I kill these Balfangos here to make fewer appear next time. I think if I would have killed the last ones when I get back, I would not have had any Bullfangos at all. This could really screw up your day. You can see how much faster they die now with a little better weapon. And later on you will kill these in like 1 to 2 strikes. Dum 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 dum. Oh, I remember you from last time. Oh, get away from me, you freak. Hey guys, look at this guy, he kicked me in the butt. He's back, guys, run away. They kinda do that, they alarm each other, but I'm a bit lucky here and only that one runs away. He could have made all the rest to follow him. Oh, I'm gonna eat some crabs. Okay, so... Oh. So... Yeah, I don't know. I think I said that before, but you can watch on the passive animals, or even the smaller monsters, if there is a larger monster in the area nearby. You can see that they kinda freak out a bit, and it makes it easier to locate where it is if you do not have Psycho Serum. The vendor that sells random stuff just at the exit to the village. He sells Psycho Serum either for 100 coins, maybe. It's kind of they use. Oh, anyway, either 150, sorry, 150, not 100, or 300, and you don't really want to buy when they are at 300, but you can buy a bunch when they are at 150, and that will make it a lot easier to locate some monsters like Rathian or the Koropeko and other flying stuff. Meat Gargwa feathers. Okay, I am not sure how much, it's still about a minute on this video. I will cut in the map again at the end of this video. If you missed it the last time, it will make it a bit easier for you to gather. Then next time we will face the Great Yagi, I think. Or is it the Baldrum? I think we will take the Great Yagi. Yeah, because you can get rather good gear from him, and after that we will probably not have to get new gear until Jamoran, which is quite far up ahead, so let's try not to stay with that one. But thank you for watching, and see